Hello, I'm back with an update to my new game project I started last week, Bouncy Kingdoms. I want to be clear that these devlogs won't be a tutorial. I will show off how everything works and link to any helpful resources for a deeper breakdown. Hopefully my videos will give you a better understanding and maybe some inspiration for your own games. When we last left off, I had put together a simple capsule shape moving around a simple plane, but it's impossible to tell what way our capsule is facing. So let's fix that. And since this is a kingdom, let's give them a sword and a shield. A game camera is very important. Simply having a static default camera won't do. Our camera needs to follow our player, pivot up and down and be able to zoom in and out. But our character will also need to move towards the direction relative to our camera rotation too. Adding this to my game was pretty complicated, but I followed along to this YouTube video and made my own adjustments, and it works pretty good. Now I will need to return to this at some point, as this only works for a mouse and a keyboard, and I want to add gamepad support eventually. Let's put a pin in that for laters. Game development is not pretty. Before we focus on making 3D models, art and animations, our game has to actually work and be fun to play. I'm going to doodle out things I need to show and use simple built-in shapes as placeholders, and then later on I'm going to replace everything. But first, focus on the programming side. My background is in art and yours might not be, but to get good at anything takes time. Saying to yourself that you suck at something and then not even trying isn't going to get you anywhere. And yeah, you're going to suck at first, but never give up. Each time you do something you'll suck a little less, until one day you don't suck anymore. Enemies are next. I'm going to use a simple cube and add the Godot face to the front. Godot has a lot of neat features for enemy AI. We can bake the navigation mesh, add a navigation agent onto our cube, then pass it our player position. The lookat function will turn our cube to face our player. Area 3D nodes can detect when something enters its shape. Then you can trigger an action. We can use multiple for each thing we want to happen. One area 3D can detect the player and stop the enemy. Then we can use an animation player to move a second area 3D, and this will trigger when it hits the player. We can actually have a special script in our game that will always be available and can hold any information you want. This will be very useful to add a health point system. As many nodes will need to know this information, our hit points will be stored in the global variable. I whipped up a quick UI element that will show our health points. Our enemy can then hit our player, take away a hit point, and update the UI to display this information. Sound complicated? Our game is quiet. Too quiet. So how do we add sounds? OpenGameArt is a great resource to find all kinds of sound effects to use in your games. And as it's open, you won't have to worry about using them. A big idea I keep returning to is restoring something broken. Well, we certainly aren't going to fix anything with a sword and shield. We need a bubble gun. By pressing tab, we can set what kind of weapon our capsule can hold. And to make the bubbles, a particle node matched with the animation player and some popping noises can make magic happen. Using areas again, we can call a function to inflate these destroyed evergreens. That was a lot for our first week. Now let's take a look at all these new pieces come together. Not too bad. I've got more ideas of what to add and improve next when I see you all next time. Subscribe to keep updated on Bouncy Kingdoms, and thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Bye!